I'm sorry, Your Honor, but it seems the witness has fled the courthouse.
Seriously?
Yes, Your Honor. We can't find him.
I am unable to declare a verdict under these circumstances. I've no choice.
That nice old man want to frame Edgeworth for murder.
I'm not sure why, but I know it has something to do with DL6.
But wasn't little Miles considered a victim as well? I mean, he lost his father.
He's had to live with that pain for all these years. I have to help him.
You've done a lot. It's sweet. You guys were friends back when you were both little kids, and still you're willing to risk everything to help him now.
Yeah, there's a good reason for that. One day while we were in 4th grade, our classroom became its own crime scene. Another kid's lunch money was stolen out of their backpack during PE.
You know you always have to tell the truth, no matter what, Phoenix.
Since I'd skipped it, I was the prime suspect.
Please apologize.
I learned how painful it felt to be alone with no one at your side, branded as a criminal. I thought the only way I could make it stop was to confess to it. But then...
Objection! Don't say anything!
How come?
Because it wasn't you. You didn't steal the money, did you?
No!
Then you have no reason to feel ashamed. Just because everyone is saying you did it, that still doesn't make it true.
But he did do it!
He stole your money, Miles!
Yeah, we all know that Phoenix is a thief! If you don't have evidence, you don't have anything. Before you try him in your little kangaroo court, you should at least know that much!
You tell him, Edgy! All you jerks love ganging up on people and making them feel like total crap! You should be ashamed of yourselves! Thanks, you guys.
Without any evidence, or an eyewitness that saw him commit the crime, he should be found innocent. I rest my case. With that, this court is hereby adjourned.
That means it's over! Now find something better to do with your time.
That was the beginning. The 3 of us became good friends afterwards. I'll never forget how he defended me that day. It made a big impression on me.
That's cool. Wow. I guess it makes sense considering that Edgeworth's dad was some kind of high-profile defense attorney back then.
Yeah, he really looked up to his dad. He'd say, "I'm going to stand up for those who have no one else, just like Father." He was so proud. When he died, it was such a shock. We were so worried about Miles. What was he gonna do?
He was just a little boy. Poor guy.
It was all very hard for us kids to understand. And then, pretty soon after it happened, Edgeworth transferred to another school. Time or distance can eat away at it, but I believe true friendship can survive those things.
The 3 Signal Samurai.
I didn't run across him for years, but then one day I saw this in the paper. Look here.
That doesn't look like a very flattering article. Dark suspicions surround genius prosecutor. The truth behind his record?
That wasn't the Miles I knew. I reached out to him countless times, but he always refused to meet with me. So, I figured I had to set foot inside his domain, the court. I still believe in the boy who stood up for me all those years ago. And now I have the power to stand up for him. So I will. I'll fight for him as hard as I can.
I know you will.
Yes? What? You found him?
We caught him with his bags packed trying to get the hell out of Dodge. We're gonna search his little boat rental shack. You're more than welcome to join us. So I guess according to your theory, the old lawyer guy didn't actually get ventilated on the boat in the water that night.
Yes. And I'd be willing to bet this is where it really happened. Let's take a look inside.
This place is a lot creepier when you think about someone getting killed in here.
Good morning! Good morning!
It's that thing.
Her name's Polly.
When we caught him, he had his buddy here walking away on his shoulder.
Not what I'd call inconspicuous.
Sure made nabbing him a lot easier.
Hey, Polly, will you tell us a secret about your daddy? I bet you know what his real name is, don't you, girl?
Polly! I love you! I love you!
Doesn't seem like there are any clues here, does it?
No, the only thing that feels warm is this heated table.
Oh, and it feels so warm. Is it weird that all those pictures there are of saltwater fish? We're on a lake after all.
I doubt it's a lead, but maybe you're onto something.
Doubt it. What stands out to me is this safe on top of the television.
Hey, maybe we should try to open it. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really a safe cracker or anything.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can get it open.
Yeah? How?
Say, pretty Polly, what's the combination to the safe?
The combination is 1228! Ah! 1228! Ah!
Whoa, for real?
For real. We found a treasure!
Some kind of letter. It would be great if there were a name or address on the thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This will be your last chance. Now's the time to finally get even with the two men that ruined your life. Make them pay for everything that they did to you.
It's all spelled out here. A detailed plan to murder Robert Hammond and make it look like Miles Edgeworth did it.
It's the break we've been looking for.
It is. Proof someone set the whole thing up.
I'm gonna go back and see what I can find out about the old man.
Who do you think is behind all of this, Nick?
Deal 6. It has to be connected. Mr. Grossberg!
Oh, Mr. Wright. Can I help you with something?
As a matter of fact, you can.
I suppose the time has finally come.
You gotta let me out of here! Now!
Try to settle down.
I just can't breathe! There's no air! There's no air! Stop! Stop breathing my air!
Get a hold of yourself.
It's my air! You're breathing all my air!
Try to calm down.
Please, no! Let him go! Don't hurt my father!
Stop breathing!
Court is once again in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. Prosecutor Von Karma, you may begin when you're ready.
When we ended yesterday's proceedings, the defense had accused the caretaker of the boat rental house of killing Hammond. However, he denies any involvement in the murder, so, to prove his innocence, I shall once again call upon him to take the stand.
Very well. We'll hear your testimony one more time.
I apologize. I should not have left yesterday like that. I remembered I had to go get Polly some food, so...
And who might Polly be?
She's my partner.
His parrot.
Food for the parrot?
The confusion was just a misunderstanding, Your Honor. He was not trying to flee.
If you say so. The witness is yours, defense.
Just yesterday, we were told that you only remember recent events. Is that the truth?
I don't know why you're giving me that dirty look, Keith. It makes your dad sad.
So if you did in fact kill Robert Hammond on Christmas Eve, by your own admission, you should be able to remember committing the murder!
Objection! That is a baseless accusation!
I'd never dream of killing anybody. You know Daddy's not a violent man, son.
You believe that this witness can remember his past? Then I invite you to prove it.
We'd be happy to.
We would. Maya, if you will. I've got your proof right here! We found this incriminating letter hidden in a safe inside the boathouse.
It says, get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. You found this in the witness's house?
That's correct, Your Honor. And it goes on in great detail exactly how to carry out that revenge.
Yes, it describes a scenario just like the one the defense had postulated in yesterday's proceedings.
The witness carried out this plan, and then tried to frame my client for murder. This should prove that the witness did have a motive to seek revenge. And the letter provides irrefutable proof that he is guilty of this heinous crime.
That is not necessarily true. Does the letter contain the names of either the sender or the recipient?
No, it doesn't.
So then it could be from anybody to anybody. That's a poor example of proof. The defense's claims are still in the realm of unfounded speculation. There's nothing concrete linking the witness to the defendant. There's no connection whatsoever.
Objection! Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth did share a connection. One that goes back years. The DL6 incident, wherein the defendant's father was murdered. In the ensuing trial, Hammond defended the suspected killer in court. He won that case.
Okay, but would you care to illuminate what the connection is between that case and this witness?
Even though that case is now 15 years old, it is at the very root of this murder. Isn't that right, old man? Marvin Grossberg is an expert on DL6, and the defense would like to call him to the stand to testify.
I'll allow it. Call your witness to the stand, defense.
Hello, I'm defense attorney Marvin Grossberg. The victim, Robert Hammond, used to practice in my law firm a number of years ago.
If you would, please tell us about the DL6 incident.
The incident took place on December 28th, 15 years ago. Wow. Today is the anniversary. It occurred here, right inside the district courthouse. That day, there was a major blackout in the city, and 3 people were trapped in the courthouse elevator. After several hours, a rescue team was able to reach those inside, where they discovered a grisly scene. Prominent defense lawyer Gregory Edgeworth had been murdered. He died instantly from a single shot to the heart. As I'd said before, there were 3 people trapped in the elevator that sad day. Gregory's son Miles, who was only 10 years of age at the time, and a bailiff by the name of Yanni Yogi. At first, it was a foregone conclusion. The general consensus was that Yogi had panicked and shot Edgeworth during all the chaos. However, he pled not guilty, and the investigation soon ran into a dead end. The police turned to a spirit medium for help with the case.
The one who murdered me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi.
My son, Miles, is he okay?
The victim's spirit pointed to the man accused as the killer. Misty Fey was the name of the medium. The power she had overwhelmed all who witnessed it, left them all totally speechless.
Oh, Mom.
The defense admitted it was possible that he could have fired the gun, but argued that due to the stress of the situation, among other factors, Yogi was not of sound mind, and therefore could not be held responsible for the murder. With that, Hammond was able to secure a not guilty verdict for Yogi, and he walked away a free man. But not free from scorn. He was vilified in the public, who believed in his guilt despite the judge's ruling.
It's ironic. So an acquittal wasn't enough to save Yogi.
Due to the large public outcry, Yogi lost everything he once had, his career and family. 1 year after the trial, his fiancée, who'd stayed by his side, took her own life.
No.
So this story fully illustrates how Yogi had good reason to resent Robert Hammond.
Yes, indeed. And if he was truly innocent of Gregory Edgeworth's murder, it would also stand to reason he would resent the man's spirit as well, for branding him a killer.
Your Honor, we now know someone has a motive for killing Hammond and framing Edgeworth. That man's name is Yanni Yogi, and he's in the courtroom at this moment. No need to pretend anymore. Time to face the truth. And the truth is, you're Yanni Yogi!
What? I am?
The jig's up, old man. If you won't admit it, we can check your fingerprints.
I'm afraid that's impossible, because the witness burned his fingers in an accident. Therefore, the man has no fingerprints.
Did he burn them off just so he could hide his identity?
Is there another way you can prove your claim? Seems the defense is at a loss. You blew your final chance.
I'm so close. But I just can't figure out how to tie this guy directly to DL6.
If only we could find a witness who could remember everything like Polly. I know what to do!
You're right. That's it. The defense would like to call Polly, the witness's parrot, to the stand.
What? Are you serious?
Oh, the parrot? Could this be more foolish?
Good morning! Good morning!
You ready? Get him.
So what's your name?
Pretty Polly! Pretty Polly!
It can actually understand the questions you're asking?
Yeah. Polly, what is the combination to the safe?
The combination is 1228!
I can't tell if it's helpful or just careless.
Okay, Polly. Time to start squawking about DL6 while the judge is watching.
Now, Polly, is there anything that we've forgotten to talk about? Come on, I just need to remember something. That's unfortunate.
What's her problem?
It doesn't seem to be working for some reason, Nick. I can't get Polly to say it by name.
You foolish children. You honestly believed you could ruin my perfect record?
What?
There's no way! He couldn't have seen this coming, right? I mean, did he somehow condition the parrot to stonewall us?
Can we just let Miss Polly fly away now?
Hold it! Polly has already provided us with a crucial piece of information.
And what's that?
I found this in Yanni Yogi's case file. Pay close attention to his fiancée's name.
Polly Jenkins. Polly? Well, I'll be.
You named your new partner after your late fiancé, didn't you?
That's a mere coincidence.
Is the combination to the safe a coincidence?
Polly, what's the combination to the safe again?
It's 1228! Ah!
That doesn't prove anything.
As a matter of fact, it does. 1228 is December 28th, the exact date of the DL6 incident.
Just another coincidence. No, Your Honor! Remove this stupid bird immediately!
Objection! Now! Your Honor, these are not random coincidences. They're pieces to the puzzle we're trying to solve. Put them together with this letter and a picture begins to form. Witness, your name is actually Yanni Yogi, is it not?
Objection! You don't have to answer that question. It's simply more of the same baseless conjecture the defense...
That's enough! I've done what I wanted to do. It's over.
You fool! What are you doing?
It's just as this young man says it is. My real name is indeed Yanni Yogi. And many years ago I served as the bailiff in this very courthouse.
Well, if that's true, then is the accusation that you killed Robert Hammond and framed Miles Edgeworth for the crime true as well?
It is, Your Honor.
Order!
15 years ago, that scumbag lawyer paid absolutely no attention to my concerns.
If you want to win this case, you're gonna have to let me do what I need to make sure that happens. Do you understand?
How's Polly? I'm worried about her.
Do as I say, and you'll see her again, I swear.
I didn't kill Greg Edgeworth, but Hammond made me admit to it as a ploy. He said that was the only way I could go home. But my life was ruined after that trial was over. Everyone thought I was a murderer. I admitted to it.
I never told you this would be easy.
I felt so lost and helpless. And poor Polly, she just couldn't go on living with the shame. Ever since I lost her, I've kept myself away from other people, dreaming of getting my revenge.
But why would you want to take revenge on Edgeworth? He was just a child who lost his father.
You should be asking him that question, Missy.
There we have it. This man, Yanni Yogi, has admitted to murdering Robert Hammond and framing Miles Edgeworth. The defense asks that you declare our client not guilty.
Mr. Von Karma, any objection?
No, Your Honor. He's innocent in this case.
Therefore, at this time, I shall hereby declare the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, not guilty.
Way to go, Edgy boy! Stick it to the man!
I'm so glad that's over.
If that is all, this court is adjourned.
Objection! Your Honor, please allow me to confess my guilt. The person that killed my father 15 years ago, it was I.
No way. I may have cleared Edgeworth in the Gourd Lake murder, but we still have a long road ahead of us to get to the truth of the DL6 case. I still believe in his innocence. Von Karma is hiding something about what happened back then, and it's up to us to find out what that is. But that revelation will shake the court to its core. Find the contradictions, believe in the truth. Next episode, Turnabout Goodbyes, Last Trial. Take that!